and I finish. In case if there is an error that I get, I cannot continue further, I will basically remove the error. Like I told you, the most common error the students will face and do face is not converting MDY into DMY. The second common error that I have seen is telephone number. I'm telling you again, telephone number should always be text. Okay, and for example, there is some other thing, some other data that had to be converted into text and was number. It will also give you an error. Okay, such as engine size. If it has some alphabets, it has to be text. So you have to be careful about it, and it's not difficult. Once you get the error, open the error and see where the problem is, and import again. You cannot continue if you get the error. You cannot continue. You open this and you get this. Okay, well, why am I getting this? I did change it, yes, no. Anyway, there must be some other issue. So actually, I was supposed to change it into yes, no. If it doesn't work, okay, you can try in yours. It will work properly fine. I hope you know what I'm saying is. If I change into yes, no, this will be converted into yes, no. Or I could go into lookup, text box. Okay, for right now, I'll just leave it. It's fine. So what am I done? Obviously, you know this. I can come to the design view of it. And the examiner will say, show the field names and data type of this. Here we go. Okay, so we'll take a screenshot of this. That's my primary key. I can make the primary key even over here as well. Now, after we've done this, after importing, let's discuss validation rule, which is very important. Now, I will share a PDF file of validation rules with you today, and I would like you to practice it. I'll just explain one or two with you, and it's very easy. The queries that you have, is the same thing. For example, what do I mean? For example, what I'm saying is, I would want is salary, AMH, BA, C. I can't enter all of them. Okay, so just for the sake of argument, I would say over here is family name. Now I will type over here is A. Oh, sorry, my keyboard isn't working. So no, not A. I'll type is A star. So A star basically means what? Okay, you know what A star means?
Yes, sir.
The
first letter must be A, then
first,
next letter can
exactly.
be anyone.
The first letter should begin with A. So in the rule, I've written this rule, like we'll have so many rules, and they're just like the criteria we have in the query. So it's not a big deal. So now if I proceed further, what will happen? It says you must save yes. Why is it giving me this error? I'll tell you why. I have existing data. It's saying that the rule that you apply, it might violate the data and might delete the data. Although it will not, it's just trying to warn you that are you in your senses. I'll say, yes, I know what I'm doing. But again, tells me that you applied a rule that says A star. Obviously, I have names that start with lots of other letters. So it's saying, are you sure what you're saying is right? I know, I know what I'm doing. Now what happens is, now if I try to enter any other name, for example, any other name, okay? Like, it says no, you cannot have a name that starts with A. So you need to have over here is something that obviously needs to start with A. Okay, right? For example, we can have over here is A and O and whatever. It will work. So this is what validation rule is. This is not, that's it. But there are lots of things you can do. For example, in a salary, I could say is, show me the salary between this, the minimum value and the maximum value. Okay, I could use between. I could apply is as a presence check. For example, I could say over here is not null, and I can simply write over here is you need to enter some name here. Okay, you can't leave it empty. proceed further. And what happens is I just delete it. It says no. You need to enter something, only then you can continue. You need to enter something at least. So is not null. So is null, is not null. Like I said, there's a set of rules. I'll share the PDF file. You should know them. There will be two advantages. Not only you can apply them in the validation rule, but you can also apply them in the queries. By the way, do you know the difference between validation and verification? You know what's meant by data integrity, Ali?
No, sir.
Okay. Data integrity means the data is supposed to be saved in the form it should have been. If I'm entering SAEM, mistakenly, what if I write 5AEM? Because it seems to be the same. So data is supposed to be saved, and this is why we have computerized databases. Computers came in to avoid errors, improve efficiency, improve the reliability of data. Otherwise, manual systems weren't bad. So efficiency means searching of data, okay? Integrity of data to make sure data is saved in the same form. So you have two things. You have verification and you have validation. Verification is done with the help of double entry system and visual verification. Technically, it's done by humans, I would say. I can say easily, can you verify that whatever I've written over is right? You would go through it and you'll verify it. Or you would enter it again and check it in case of double entry. But validation is this. This is validation, applying validation rule. Applying a presence check is a validation rule. Applying range check is a validation rule. Applying a character check is a validation rule. Applying a length check is a validation rule. Okay? Okay, applying a format check is a validation rule. These are all your validation rules. So with the help of validation and verification, your data integrity is maintained. And data integrity means to make sure data is in the form the way it should have been saved in. It's known as data integrity. You know the meaning of integrity, right? So it's very important for you to know what verification and validation is. So after you've done all this, you should know what validation is. Now remember one thing, obviously in your exam, validation has come in the past as well. It can come again. Okay, like I told you before, the criterias of validation and queries are quite the same. Whenever the examiner will use words such as do not allow user to enter, restrict the data entry, we will always do validation. Remember that. You have to read the question carefully. Okay, I'm expecting the paper to have just a bit different pattern for Access and Excel this time. So after you've done this with me, I'll give you my activities to solve. Okay. Right. So
Yes, sir.
yes, I will be giving you. The PDF file, and you can experiment that PDF file with any database. Okay. This will be our very first. And it's very, very important. I'm telling you. I'll cut down this topic into different parts. Validation is separate. Okay. Relationship will not take time. Queries is again very, very important. You should know how to make queries and advanced queries, and then reports and labels and forms. So we can cut this down into, let's say, 5 parts. Validation is the first part that we have. Okay. And remaining, you will have basically 4 parts. So it's very important that in this particular module, not only in this, even in Excel, and web authoring as well, you always read ahead. You start reading the question from the beginning and try to read till the first report, okay, and read till there. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you read first, you will have a lot of idea what you have to do. Okay, at times there are some points that you won't realize are important, and you'll say, "Oh, I should have read this first." So there's always a way in which you learn how to attempt a paper. Okay, the techniques through which you will attempt a paper. Okay, right. So I'll share with you is a PDF file. Okay. Right. After this, you practice it. Okay. Because this is the only class I have taken today with you, because I can't speak much. I can't talk much today. So after done this, inshallah, हम ऐसा करते हैं. Today is Thursday. Our makeup class, we can keep it on Sunday. Is it fine? Ali, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
We can meet on Sunday. I will remind you again. Hopefully, inshallah, tab tak I should be in alhamdulillah, inshallah, much better, and we can speed up the process a lot more on Sunday. I'll just share the video lecture of this. Please make your notes on this. This initial discussion is very important for theory as well. I'm telling you, it's not for the practical as well, for the theory. Okay, I believe your theoretical concepts seem to lack a bit. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
We need to focus on that. Okay, we'll do. Don't worry. So make notes. I'm telling you, that's really important. You make notes out of it. You need to know what you're doing. You're not cramming things, please. ICT is subject. It's a practical based subject. You should have an idea what you're doing. No, not cramming at all. Okay. Anyway, fine. Whatever I've done, I'll just share the PDF file with you. Next 20 to 30 minutes, practice with that PDF file. Okay. Then you can do whatever you want to do. Okay, Ali? Right?
Okay, sir.
Okay, Ali. I'll just share with you. Okay, beta. Okay. First, see you on Sunday, inshallah.
Sir, share the last recordings as well.
I'll do that as well. I'll do that. Okay.